Oh, haven't had a day like this in a long time. Just glassed out, no wind at all, crystal clear water, and an amazing scenery. What we're doing today is just casting these little soft plastics. That's a 3-inch slim swim with a 1/12 of an ounce jig head by TT. And yeah, that imitates a little white bait. So I'm going to be casting this around the flats and hopefully get onto some fish. I'm not exactly sure what I'm targeting today, but we shall soon find out. So stay tuned, guys. Oh, I've hooked up, guys. Have no clue what it is. Probably just a salmon trout. Yeah, little salmon trout. Looks a bit injured too. Look at that, got a bit of damage there. That's the first fish of the morning. Off it goes. And I did forget to bring my polarized sunnies, so I'm gonna have to run back to the car and grab them. But let's give it another cast, see if there's any more around there. There's a nice deep drop off just in front of me. I reckon it's a good ambush point for all these predatorial fish. Hopefully we get something big, because if I was a big fish, I'd be sitting around here. Seen a few bait fish up in the shallows too, so there should be some fish feeding. Just hooked up again, and it's another little salmon trout. These things are just plagued everywhere, and once again it's injured. Have a look on the top, pretty much the same spot, just a slightly deeper wound. It could be anything, could be a bird, could be a bigger fish, could even be a seal. Back it goes. Oh, piss off, mate. What I'm doing is casting out as far as I can and trying to find some weed beds, so I'm casting along the edge of them. And with this plastic, it's just hopping along the bottom, so I'm letting it hit the bottom and then just giving it 2 bounces, letting it hit the bottom again. And that just looks like a little bait fish feeding in amongst the sand. And when it jumps up, that's usually when the fish get aggressive and hit it. So we'll keep casting away. Guys, I've just hooked up to something big. I reckon it's a good sized salmon. Man, he slammed it. And I'm only in shallow water right here. Yes, hard effort pays off. Oh. I was just casting into the steep patch here. Oh, look at him. There's followers behind him. Good followers behind him. He swallowed that soft plastic right down. Come on. He'd be a good 50 centimeters, I reckon. Maybe even bigger than 50. Solid fish. Look at him trying to shake the hooks. Get a load of that. cracking salmon. He'd be a good 50, 55 centimeters. Wow. What awesome fun on light tackle. A 50 centimeter plus Australian salmon on the real light tackle, just on the Z-Man Slim Swimz in opening night. So, cracking fish. We're doing a bit of catch and release today, so let's chuck this baby back. Almost looks like a kahawai, the salmon they get in New Zealand with all those gorgeous spots. He's kicking, so off you go. Well, that was a good salmon. Let's cast in the exact same spot and see if they're still around. I mucked around with that fish for a fair bit, so would not be surprised if they disappeared. Be a good spot to chuck poppers, which I do have, so I might chuck poppers later. Oh, I cast it in amongst a whole school of them there. I just saw bow waves after bow waves just trying to whack this lure. And once again, it's another good fish. He's going to start running in a sec. Oh man, look at the rod load up. Oh, now that was a cool jump. That's what salmon are known for, those big high jumps where they shake their head. Seems like we're going to have a really awesome session out here, because we found the patch, and I'm going to chuck some poppers on after this fish. He's just towing me around and around and around. This fish might even be bigger than the last one. Oh, what a cracking salmon. He'd be another good 50 plus centimeter fish, and he's pretty much engulfed that. Hooked on the very hard part of the mouth, right on the top there. He wasn't going anywhere. What a fish. What a fish. Whew. Man, this is good fun on light tackle. I'm lost for words. Let's get the popper out and try get some surface hookups. Alright, well what I've tied on now is a Berkley walk the dog lure. I don't know what it's called, but pretty much just skips along the surface. There's no real action to it. So let's give it a good far cast and wind it as fast as we can. There'll be salmon onto it on one of these casts. It's just a matter of where I cast. Oh, yep, on. Oh, I missed the hookup because the lure dove under, and that must have got their attention. Oh, that's a good fish. Holy crap, I just saw a whole heap of fish spook in front of me. Oh my goodness, this one's a big fish. Oh crap. This one's a lot bigger than I thought. Wow. I reckon this one's a good 10 centimeters bigger than the last fish we've been getting. This is going to be a tussle. On the light stuff, it's a lot of fun, but very time consuming. Oh wow, there was another one around the same size, just following it. Alright, I reckon she's about ready. Oh, this is a much better fish. This one's, yeah, 55 easy. He could be high 50s. I just don't want it to come near me because I got waders. And if the treble gets stuck in my waders, then there goes my new horn waders. Oh, piss off. I hate doing this. Good old leader grab. But that's one way to get it in. Probably gonna just tail grab him because it's that big. Oh, I'm gonna struggle to lift this. But take a look at that. That's what we've come here for. What a horse. That was second cast with this newly tied lure. They're out here, and they're out here in good numbers. That'd be pushing 60 centimeters, I reckon. I'd suggest you guys change it to singles if you're using these big surface lures. It's better for the fish, but it's also less of a hazard for you when you're handling the fish. Well, here's the lure that did the damage. Let's see if we can do it again. But this time, I'm gonna reel it as fast as I can. Oh, yep, they're onto it. They're onto it, guys. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was an explosion and a half. Let's see if it's still around. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to hook up, just so you guys can get a taste of these surface takes. Because these are explosions. That was hectic. Come here. Yep, here we go again. It's like they can see me, even though I'm just a pole. Yep, they're back. All right, maybe we should hook one. Surface takes are just so addicting, and half the time I don't want to hook them. I just want to get these amazing surface hits, because after you catch a few, it's same old, so we're just trying to relive these surface takes. Oh, there we go. Oh wow. See, it's just a matter of just working the area until you find them again, because 1 second they could be there, another 5 seconds they could be 20 meters down. It's just, yeah, a matter of finding them, because a lot of the time they will just bite if the lure is presented in front of them. It's another good fish, but not as big as the last one. There we go, another good fish. around 50-55 centimeters again. Now let's carefully get these hooks out. Just like that. Spear them back in. Oh my word. That is what I call a bird's nest. The most painful thing to do when you're out on the flats, because there's nowhere to sit. Oh, that's a mess. Well, I reckon that's a sign to probably call it a day or call it a morning. I'm gonna explore some other spots, but in the meantime, I'm gonna sort this. I just got that absolute nightmare of a wind knot undone, and I'm just heading in now. Had a few casts after that, didn't get a single sniff, so I reckon the tide's a little bit too low and they've moved back out into deeper water. We've had an awesome session today, caught I reckon about 5 big salmon. Biggest was pushing 60 centimeters and I reckon about 2 kilos. So that was insane fun on the brim gear and surface lures as well. Hope the camera picked up those surface takes really well. But hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.